Like, is anybody able to action anybody in advocacy to stop this blackmail ring and racial segregation all over the world? I don't want to be a slave, and I want to know why I've been sold. I've never been allowed my dreams. Every time I'm planning it, it goes to a different family in society and I'm being punished. I don't want to find Jesus. I don't want to inspire people. I actually have had enough and want my right to die. I've seen the worst of humanity, and what I've seen is you take and take and take from me. All these organizations, all these celebrities are just taking from me, and then they treat me like shit on these tours. They treat me and they mistreat me. They treat me like I'm not worthy of anything, and it's like, well, you finally made me believe I'm nothing. And now I am nothing. So now that you've done that, I want my right to die. I'm not here to bring hope. I don't want to. I wanted to fight against the violence, and I wanted to fight for my rights to go to work. And now that you're taking that away from me because you're a massive tyrant of society, I would like my right to die. You had no right to take away my rights in the beginning. And again, I'm being blacklisted. Again and again, I'm being sold into slavery. Again and again, I'm being put to death. And if my landlord wants to put me to death, you're welcome. Give me a gun. You've used me. This is what I would like to say to my landlord. You are using me. You're using images of me to make money out of me, which is exploitation, which is really disgusting way of making money. So in the end, people that do this kind of stuff, like, you can't cross over and be happy. At the end of the day, they have made me feel like I am an unworthy person of life because of the way I look. But they did this to me. They've tortured me. They've destroyed my life by selling me to medical testing. So they've butchered every part of my body that was beautiful. And then they've sadistically been putting me in this massive water that these girls are high quality oil and I'm trash. I want some proof about it. I just want you to know, before all of this, my hair was beautiful all the time. Yeah, like, that's one of the things that was beautiful about me. My hair, my figure, and my teeth, and my eyes. They've ruined each part of me, then my skin. And I just would like my right to die. I don't want to carry on being a slave. I'm lower than all of Ruben's girlfriends that I was the most beautiful. And I want my right to die. Because I'm telling you, I have gone through this for 4 years now, and you are holding me hostage against my will. I don't want to keep living. You've got all my money in a pass and you are denying me the right to give it back to me. You are giving me AIDS. I don't want it. I don't want to be here. This isn't about Jenny. I'm feeling like I've already died and I want it over. I want somebody to act. It's torture. It's not even just one thing. You are consistently being abusive and consistently putting me down on the ground and consistently telling me that's my place, and it's not my place. That's where you put me because you didn't like me, and I want it over because all I'm getting is abused. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the capital punishment that she's more. I didn't come here to be $1 billion baby's fucking shoe. This is what I'm doing. It's all I'm doing is being abused by all this music industry, all this model industry. And what did I get out of it? You've erased huge parts of my customs and things that meant the world to me because you want to have pieces of my heart like it's your reality. Somebody is cold that runs a cartel that's drug money laundering wants to be like, I want deep sensitivity and I'm demure and I want to service my man and give you all of this attention. Like, I just want it over. I don't want to be here. I don't want to cry into a camera where you're kind of telling people to not look after me or help me. You're actually torturing me. It is, this fascism, just mean, rough speaking to me, all the people, always communities outcasting me wherever I go. I should have been helped in Sweden. As far as I'm concerned, I died then because nobody helped me. And I don't want to carry on. I don't want to fight your institution because you won't give me what's rightfully mine. And my grandmother's going to take it off you piece by piece. The happiness, the beauty, the reputation, these things were mine. Okay, you can't keep... What is this war about? This war's just been bullying me, punishing me, ruining my reputation, ruining my looks, ruining my whole identity, because they went around these Australians that I was a sarcastic, really abusive, arrogant bitch, and I shouldn't be liked and all this kind of stuff in it. So I didn't... That's not my personality. When I got to Australia, I was very abused and quiet at work. I hardly talk to anybody. I don't even recognize myself in the mirror anymore. I don't want to live my life like this. Men in power are beating me to nothing, and I want to know why. Why do you care what I do with my life? Why has this been going on for so long? You've been beating me and beating me and beating me till she's higher quality than me. Let me go. You've made it now. You made it to the big star. You're better than me. Nobody fucking likes me anymore, so I want my right to die. Give me a pass to die. I don't want to be here. You're humiliating and torturing me. You've basically kidnapped me, all of these music industries, and put me down and down and down and down and down like she's better. And every time I stood up for myself just as a woman, music industry came after me, like saying that this is Dr. Luke and I'm ugly, and I don't want to live like this anymore. Who does that? What kind of miserable bunch of women that are so high class are following me on tour, bullying my face, day in, Bad Bunny, Nadia, all the Swifts, all Lady Gaga, all these people, Madonna, all of you, Sly Stallone, every home I've gone to, all watching me on tour. I don't want to be watched. Does anyone care? I just wanted to be happy in life, and you're torturing me till I'm worthless. What do you want from me? Now that you've made me worthless, you're kicking me to the street, and it's like, why would you leave me with a fucking monster like Brendan? It's like, I can't even access my own emails. I want my mother back, and I want my right to get into a lawyer for my right to die. Stop fucking abusing me. I'm not giving you... You've taken my legacy. You just took my business and put me to death with a fucking injection, and you're all in the public like... Ruin her! We're better than her. She just wants to be like us. We're Spice Girls. She's a Jezebel. You've ruined my whole reputation. Giving me a stroke. Poisoning me with resin and laughing about it. This is the sadistic fucks that I'm around. Every day of my life since they ruined my face, I've got this cult following me. Prove your worth. Prove your self-esteem. All these cops and all these fucking gangsters. Oh, you don't want to fuck with us. And then they got a fight club bashing my face. This is persecution. I came from a world of love and light and happiness, and you're putting me in hell, and I want my right out. I want my right to die. I'm not sitting in an underworld for 20 years. That's where you belong. That's exactly where you're from and where you belong. Yeah. Well, you're sitting up on the high table with all your VIPs in a really nice house. That's where you belong. You belong in the underworld, not me. My life was just about my education, and you've made it completely ruined, and I want my right to die. My mind can't take it anymore. I don't care. You can all sit there and call me a fucking loser. I don't care. I want my right to die. How dare you sit there and all get together and just keep your whole organisation about bullying me? Why do you care? Why did Winston Peters bring me here if they're all just going to sit here and call me a loser? I don't have a right to do anything anyway. I'm tired of it. I don't want to be here. I'm laboured for nothing. I'm trafficked. I don't get any friends. I don't get any freedom. I don't want to walk around as a vagabond. I want my right to die. Ask Amnesty, please. Because I can't just sit here day in, day night. I've already had a childhood like this. This is hell for me. I want my right to die. I came here to be happy. You had no right to sell me into slavery, Reuben. You go and sit in fucking, purgatory. I don't want to. I want my right to die. I don't want to be here one more day. My life was happy. My life was doing a lot of hospitality. Now, if I don't want to keep paying this Russian anymore. I don't want to pay Brad Pitt anymore. I don't want to pay Joe Biden. I don't want to pay Obama. I don't want to pay any of them. I actually have paid my fucking dues threefold, and I want my right to die. What you have to do is pay my family threefold, and I want it over. I don't want to suffer anymore. I've got medical conditions down here because you're putting all this disgusting stuff in me, and it's I'm crying inside for that Jenny, because I know the poor wee girl that's being abused and abused and abused and abused by you people. And I don't like it. I don't have boundaries. I don't want to be the police fucking meal ticket. That's why I'm not being allowed to be free. I shouldn't be a slave, and I don't want to anymore. I want somebody to help me ask amnesty for the dignity to die. Because this is not the first time, this is the second time, and they're doing inhumane torture of lab testing, medical testing against my will. I don't want to live anymore. You took away my dream to get my facelift and have my business. You just gave it to Leanne. At the end of the day, I've had enough. You are a bunch of sadistic fucks that don't want happiness. You want to torture me. You do. And you're going to take everything to your grave, and you're going to pay everything back for what you've done to a woman that has done absolutely nothing wrong to anybody. Nothing. Not like this. To just be paraded as a fucking loser all these years and make sure you took the credit for everything that I ever worked for. Everything that I was doing at my mum's house, you've just abused and abused and abused and abused me. And it's like, you can't keep taking and labouring of someone. And now, for the rest of my life, America is collectively, and blacks have made a ring. I want my right to die. I'm not going to keep being in a looking glass. I don't want to live like this. I want my right to die. Somebody help me. It is apartheid. I want it dismantled. I want my freedom. You cannot keep holding me hostage for all these years. I'm not your cash cow. You give me back what's mine. That's my business that I built. I don't owe your family jack shit. I want it over. I want a way out to die. I want my freedom, and I want it now. I've paid 7 or 8 years of suffering, and I don't want to pay any more. I want my way out. I wanted to be with my family. My landlord kicked me out of Melbourne. I'm not paying anymore. He's brought me back here to make me suffer on cameras and give me HIV. Never again. I want my way to die. Somebody help me. I don't want to, and I don't want to be under these culture kings where they're beating me as fucking ugly John. He is a fucking ugly man for doing this and taking me and ruining all of my education, ruining my right to have friends, ruining my freedoms. I don't want to live anymore. I've had enough of this. If you're going to just make me the number one excluded person in the world to be excluded and persecuted all on these Silk Roads, I was just a normal woman that wants to get on with her life, and you don't want to give that to me, and I want my right to die because it's not fitting into a box of what I want, and I'm not going to sit here and pray to Jesus anymore. I already know that the spiritual realm's real. My physical body has been grievous bodily harm, and I'm not sticking around for it. I want my right way to die. You've made me suffer it and tortured unfairly, unjustly. I'm educated. I've got a lot of references here that are good character. Since 2022 or 2023, a lot of references that I'm a good character and that I'm bubbly, I'm happy, I'm positive, that all these goal settings to do all these amazing, wonderful things, and I can't. I'm trapped in a box of KFC for $20. And if you want to sell people for $20, women that were really better class than you, then I don't want to be here. So I'm sitting here with no money because that's what you did for me. That's crime. And I want my right to die because EU stops me communicating for almost 7 years, and I'm not doing this anymore. This is too long that you're punishing me, and I'm not staying around for it. I want my right to die. And I'm not kidding. It's not about mental health. I'm fucking sick of being dictated to. I'm sick of not having my own right to stand on my own 2 feet. I'm sick of you micromanaging everything about my life. I don't have the rights to my own phone. I don't have the rights to my own email. I don't have the rights to my bank. They take my money out of my bank. They take everything off me. They're taking my family. I don't want to be here, and I don't want this sadistic guy saying all this negative stuff at me online, like just to kind of punish me. And it's like, I don't want your sadistic Silk Road thing like, fuck you, bitch, fuck you. I don't want that kind of stuff around me. I just want to move on with my life, and I haven't been allowed to. Instead, you put me through humiliation all around all these communities everywhere I go. You're not tough. That's like kind of a really cowardly thing to blackmail somebody on cameras all these years, don't you think? Don't you think it's fucked up? It's like, not only have you taken credit for every part of my life that I worked for and making a lot of money out of me, you don't give it back. You don't respect where you get the money from. You don't respect what you're stealing. You're stealing somebody else's hard work and taking credit for it. And that's what I'm really angry about, is that you've portrayed yourself to the world that you're winners, but it's my work. And I've had enough. I don't want to be taxed anymore. I want my right to die. I shouldn't be taxed. I shouldn't be a slave. I want my right to die. Somebody help me, give me my right to die. I don't want to pay anymore. It's suffering. It's nobody should pay torture and psychological abuse. And for for Winston Peters to be filming me all these times, that's labouring me. National and Labour government and all this FM radio abuse and all this social ostracising, I'm not paying it anymore. That black family's gone too far with me. I'm not paying it anymore. I don't want to. I don't want to be what they've made me. I've just had no rights. I want my right to die. Do you understand? I don't want to live anymore. As far as I'm concerned, as soon as you've ruined my vagina and given me HIV, you've made a decision to ruin my life and ruin my face, and I don't want to stay here anymore. And I should get that right because it's a life I don't want.
If you've been trying to work through traumatic events...
It's not about trauma. Stop trying to control the way I think. Stop trying to control the way I express myself. Stop trying to control anybody talking to me. This is ridiculous. Do you know who Jenny was? Was a very progressive, open-minded woman that was a healer, that went out travelling, that went out to outdoor baths under the stars at night, that went to places all over the country to sit and have a milkshake at midnight at some cafe in the middle of the night. Like, this is what I'm like. And I've been confined for so many years and I hate it. I don't want to be here anymore. It's not Jenny. It's just a bunch of assholes just taking credit for what I want. And I don't want to do it anymore. I do believe in Jesus. But it's like I'm a human too. And it's like you, at some stage, you have decided to make me and tarnish me as a slut. And you want me to preach now. It's what about the girl that got traumatized? I'm not a little project to like break down and pull apart and mentally abuse and then put it back together and then kick it apart and then torture it and rape it in front of a big social group and then pull it apart and then have no fucking accountability for the social injustice that you've done to me and the torture in front of all these people on the dark internet. It's really unethical what you're doing to somebody. It's totally unethical. And I'm really angry about you testing COVID on me. Since when do we have to go and like be test subjects for people? I don't want to be here anymore. What you've done to me is so abusive, especially using my bedroom as a way to film me day in, day out to the people. You've ruined my hair. You've ruined my family. You've ruined my social standing. Are you happy? You can finally breathe now. You can finally be happy because you finally infected my blood. You finally ruined everything in my life. And that's what I'm saying. I want my right to die. Jenny doesn't need any more abuse. Jenny doesn't need all this social hierarchy bullshit. Who gives a fuck about your whole system? Jenny should just be allowed to move on with her life. What are you holding me for? I don't want to be part of it anymore. So why would America come in here? Why would these guys from the industry come in here buying everybody off me to make sure that she's happy? What you've done is taken away years and years of my youth off my life, and I'm never going to get that back. What you've done is taken away a legacy I spent building as a young woman with kind of a disadvantage, and I had to learn all this stuff myself. I'm not a loser, I just can't be fucked anymore. Do you know why? Because what's the point? I've got to learn helplessness. If I get up, I get beaten down by the black family anyway, and I don't want to be here anymore. I want somebody to support me getting an advocate. I want my right to die, and I'm really serious. I've wanted this ever since I met John. That is the first thing I said to him. I said, can you get hold of a gun for me? And he said, what for? And I said, because I want my right to die. I'm not kidding. I fucking am over it. And you keep holding me and hurting my heart. And I don't want to be here. I'm tired of the judgment. I'm tired of the discrimination. I'm tired of the gender violence. I'm tired of you torturing me. I'm tired of you taking credit for everything I work for. I'm tired of you taking my money. I'm tired of you destroying my reputation. I'm just tired of you taking my songs, my music, my books, everything that I create. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of you taking privacy away from me. I'm tired of you taking my social happiness. It wasn't about social standing for me. It's about happiness. These people made me happy at some point in my life. And it's not about it's just, I don't even know. It's just that was my life and you just bought it off me and outcast me on this camera. And I'm over it. It's like, you've extorted off me for so long. I'm tired of it. I'm labouring day in, day out. I don't get rest. I'm not happy. I'm not creative, am I? I'm just like some ugly, old, used up hag that's all you've used me for, this honey empire. Day in, day out, you use this negativity over my life. You speak negativity over my life. You speak death over my life. You speak ugliness over my life. You have me persecuted and hated over my life. You speak the hate over and over and over my life. You speak that I've got a fishy vagina, that it is ugly, that it is disgusting. You speak that nobody wants to see me anymore. You speak the hate. The hate comes every day for 7 years. And I've had enough, because I am tired of it. I'm tired. I want my right to die. That poor Jenny. I'm just saying, like, nobody helped her, and you're keeping me as an old man, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being exploited. You just gave me a ugly bill, and I don't want to pay it, actually. I feel like I want to sue Kiki for taking me through something so traumatic when I was very sensitive and very upset and needed asylum. I just think you're very fucking greedy, and you've got no fucking sense about fucking being nice to people. It's not fair. I want somebody to help me die. This is political violence, what they're doing to me. I'm serious. You can't just keep abusing me. Like, you can't, if somebody has gone through something that traumatic, why would you film them day in, day out and socially fucking punish them? Stop blackmailing me. You've got your wish. I'll never be loved again. And I want you to feel that. I want you to look at me. Now that you've made me ugly and you've ruined all my skin and face, I want to sit here with you, and I want you to heal your pain that you didn't want Jenny to be loved in this life. I want you to look at me and look at everything that you've done to my face. And I want you to understand, you can hide it to the world, but look at me, and you know when you look at this that you did it. And you know that you're harboring a secret, that you actually disfigured my face on purpose, putting injections in there and paying to make sure I'd have bags and make sure I was humiliated as a hag in the public eye, and the way that Fatima has decided to action a major genocide. And I just want you to look at me and say, yeah, I'm really proud of myself that I'm such an established career woman, and that I've ruined this woman's life for the rest of her life, and she's very ugly and fat now because she's disemboweled, and now I'm so glad she's a nobody, and for the rest of my life I'll have to live with all these scars that you and your whole society have done to me. And it's like, Jenny didn't even get to cry after her face got ruined. I've just been paraded around, like, villainized and ugly, abused and tortured, basically, for your business. My needs were your business. Like, they withheld my needs as a way to punish me and sadistically shame me in society. And I don't want to be here anymore. I've been blackmailed on that shed. I've been blackmailed of my vagina. I've been blackmailed with not giving me healthcare. I'm being blackmailed by not giving me asylum. I'm being blackmailed by all these men that are good looking. I'm being blackmailed all the time. And at the end of the day, I want my right to end my right to live. I don't want to live anymore. Jenny has had enough. Okay? There's a girl here in a book with I've got photos of her. Nobody came to look for her. You killed her years ago. You ruined her face, and nobody cared because you paid all the police to cover it up. So at this stage, the most humane thing is, because you've sold me to lab testing and you've treated me like I'm a piece of meat to have sex with, you're like really taking off me. You're taking off somebody's soul. You're taking off somebody's generational wealth. You're taking off their heart. I'm a real person underneath the carcass of ugly. I'm a real person that felt something that's actually being destroyed and ruined, and I don't want to be here anymore. You've warped reality. I shouldn't be like this. I was at the prime of my life, beautiful. And this is a sadistic bunch of Asians that sort of get off and they go and flick their beans at the end of the day, and then they're like, I got $20 trillion after abusing this one. Like, they love it. They love abusing women, but they go in public like they're really nice people, and I just can't deal with it anymore. I'm not a child. I've just really had enough. I'm tired of you calling me a nobody. I'm tired of it. It's like I've worked my whole life to give Riska a great life. Yeah. And Poppy. Taught her everything I know about love. And I don't want to be here anymore. I don't even look like Jenny anymore. And I just want to say, I hope you're really happy. You and your doctors, like, these sadistic guys that are poisoning me with paints and lead and all this kind of stuff, I really hope you're happy. I really do. Like, I really hope when you look at me, you feel satisfied, job done. As Hitman, we're so glad we ruined this girl's life. Because these are the kind of guys that aren't connected to heart or anything. That's what I got fed to. So my mum got rid of me and sent me with a bunch of psychopaths to die.